السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. My name is Jahan Khalaf, Professor of Histology. In this presentation, I will not talk to you about histology. I will talk to you about the flipped classroom. As the flipped classroom was my project to fulfill my fellowship in 2019. I have already implemented flipped classroom in my histology course in second year medical students, and it was an amazing and enjoyable experience. So I hope at the end of this presentation, most of you start to think about to flip their class or part of the class. Flipped as a word means inverted, but for sure you will not invert your students like this in this photo. The aim of this presentation is to recognize what is the flipped classroom, why do you need to flip your class, and if you decided to do that, how do you flip your class? Let us start with what? What is the flipped classroom? In traditional teaching, as you all know, the teacher gives the lecture in the class, and the students have an assignment and activities to do at home. While in flipped model, the students have the lecture at home before they come to the class. And in the class, they start to apply the knowledge they was learned via participating in activities with guide of the teacher. So the role of the teacher in the flipped model is to guide the students to learn. While in traditional model, the teacher role is to deliver the information. So in the flipped model, the students have to study and read the learning materials before they come to the class to be prepared to participate in the activities inside the class. During the class, they start to apply this knowledge by participating in the class activities. After the class, the students can extend their learning and understanding and evaluate themselves. Why do you need to flip your class? The first reason is that flipped learning focuses on higher cognitive level. This pyramid shows Bloom taxonomy. Bloom taxonomy provides us with 6 levels of learning, starting from the lowest, remember, to the highest creation. In traditional model, the students achieve the lower cognitive level, remember and understand, in the class during the lecture time. And after the class, they start to apply this knowledge via doing their homework by themselves at home. While in flipped model, students can finish the lower cognitive level, remembering and understanding, by themselves before they come to the class through reading the learning materials. And in the class, they start to participate in higher thinking level of activities through which they can apply and analyze the knowledge with teacher guide. So the flipped learning focuses on higher cognitive levels. The second reason is that flipped learning keeps students more engaged. Flipped learning model is student-centered. Students responsible for the basic understanding of the learning materials before they come to the class. So they able to interact and discuss with each other and with the teacher. They also able to ask questions for more clarification and get direct feedback. All of this lead to collaborative and cooperative learning. As you all know, students learn with different styles. Some students prefer to see to learn, others prefer to hear to learn, others prefer to do something to learn. In flipped model, the teachers have an opportunities to develop different learning experience that's suitable for different learning styles of the students. So in flipped model, teachers can provide more personalized attention. In flipped model, students can acquire information when and where they want. And this is very essential, especially for the students that have much concern about the access of the learning materials. To sum up, the main reason to flip your class is that flipped learning changes the attitude of the students from being passive learner to be active learner, from being bored and sleep during traditional lecture to be more motivated and participated during flipped classroom. How you do that? How do you flip your classroom? Flipped classroom implementation pass through three phases or stages: pre-class, in the class, and post-class. Pre-class stage. This is stage in which the students acquire the knowledge. So, all learning materials have to be prepared in this stage. These learning materials may be in the form of PowerPoint presentation or recorded video or textbook or printed handout, whatever format. And these learning materials have to be available to the students by enough time before the class to enable them to be well prepared to participate in the class activities. And also you have to make sure that the students are accountable to read these materials. You can do an online assignment in the form of quiz or asking them to perform summarizing notes and bring with them in the class time. In class stage, it is the most critical stage for your flipped classroom to be successful because this is the time for application of the acquired knowledge. You have to select suitable learning activities that link it to the knowledge. Also, you have to plan how you will run your class time in an organized manner that enable all the students to share and participate in the learning activities and also to share in open discussion with each other and with you. Also, you have to put in your mind that although the students don't like the lecture, as all see in the traditional way of teaching, but when you start to flip your class, some students resist and ask you to give a lecture. So you can give a mini lecture through the class time. This mini lecture not more than 5 to 10 minutes for summarizing the key ideas, for explanation of the confusing and the difficult point, to make the students more satisfied. Post-class stage is a stage of evaluation of the learning outcome. So you can perform an assignment or an exam for the students. There are very important points should take in consideration during implementation of the flipped classroom. Because flipped classroom, if poorly implemented, can disadvantage the borderline students and doesn't lead to meaningful learning. So, what are these important points that you have to take in consideration to make your flipped classroom successful? First, figure out where flipping makes the most sense for your course. You are not required at all to flip all your course. You can flip just a topic. So select the most suitable topic. Number two, make sure that the students have an access to the learning materials to be sure that they come to your class prepared and can participate in the activities. If you decided to use videos, not more than 15 minutes, because if the video is more than that, students will not complete it. Make sure that the students are accountable for doing the pre-class activities. You can give them bonus or credit for those finish the pre-class activities. Best use of lecture time. Don't lecture twice. Class time, it is a valuable time. It is a face-to-face time. This is a time for application of the knowledge. So Don't repeat yourself by lecturing again, as the students already have your lecture at home. So if you ask it to give lecture, you can give many lectures for explanation or for summarizing only the key ideas. So the face-to-face time, it is valuable time for application of the knowledge. The last point and the most important point is that flipped classroom is not just to deliver the learning materials to the students. Designing the in-class activities, suitable in-class activities, is equally important as preparation of the learning materials. Despite of much effort and time to implement the flipped classroom, it is worth to do. Thank you.